You like that little one-handed crack?
Yeah, pretty fancy. Hey, Catalyst crew. Welcome to Catalyst Corner, episode 24. It's Wednesday, so we've got Partially Proficient on here with us, and, let's get into it. Ooh, a little, little premature moan there, huh?
Yeah, I like to let the people know that I'm ready.
Yeah. You sound ready.
Yeah.
What are we drinking today?
We have the Fresh Patch.
Fresh Patch Pumpkin Ale.
From Wormtown Brewery.
Okay. Massachusetts, another local.
Would you give that a little sippy?
Let me give it a taste.
I'm a little upset. It's good. I wish we had left these in the fridge a little longer. That'd be real good.
Good spice.
Chilled.
Good spice note. That's a good spice note.
You get that little bit too warm taste, though.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Yeah, because they're good. They are good. Damn it.
Let me give this a quick, let's see if we can throw those in the fridge. Hold on. All right, we get those in the fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, get those nice and chilled.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So, how you doing, Paul?
Oh, it's always the same with me, man. I'm broken on the inside, but it works on the outside, so it's all right.
Yeah, as long as the body continues to function.
Yeah, it moves, so, it's all good.
Yeah, and we're here. Another week here, we've
we're checking in.
So,
still alive.
Another week to forget about our woes and talk about all sorts of stuff.
All the nonsense we used to cope with it. Right, exactly.
Yeah. So I think for our first topic of discussion, we should probably do some internet news.
Yeah.
So why don't you hit me with some internet news right now? I'm
just gonna start speedballing headlines at you because I'm gonna go so surface level. I don't want to read the articles.
You and everybody else.
Yeah. How about this?
What do you got?
Watchmen creator Alan Moore. Adults loving superhero movies is infantile and can be a precursor to fascism.
Wow. Strong words.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alan Moore, you know the guy? Not personally.
He's a good friend of
not
mine.
Personally, but
he's
kind of looks like a Rasputin.
Yes, I'm not convinced he's not Rasputin. Here's the thing: is that you've heard about Rasputin, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he died. I think he just rebranded and became Alan Moore.
You start writing the Watchmen. That's
he wrote the Watchmen. He wrote, From Hell. He's got some good shit.
How dare he? How fucking dare?
Well, he's seen it all before.
He's like, hey, I'm gonna write about superheroes, but enjoying them, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
How dare?
It's paved the way my entire adult life. It has bought me mansions.
Yeah. But the consumers are the ones
but how
what idiots.
You know what's interesting is I find that lately there's a lot of that. Like a lot of very anti-consumer rhetoric that comes out.
Yeah, there is. But no hatred for the people putting the content out.
No, but even if something is bad, right, it's our fault for not liking it.
Right.
And it's just like, what?
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, your standards are too high.
Right.
Like, okay.
Yeah, you spoiled fascist pigs.
That's what it is. That's where the fascism comes in.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, we don't say maybe I didn't enjoy She-Hulk. It's like, you fuck.
Yeah, you're a fascist, misogynistic piece of shit. You didn't like She-Hulk?
Yeah, I don't know.
I tried. Jim F0123 Art and I tried to power through a couple episodes of that. Right. It's bad. It's objectively bad.
That's the thing is, I'm joking. I've never even seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen clips of it, and it doesn't paint it in a positive light.
No.
But I don't know how representative those are to the whole.
It's I don't know. Like, it's supposed to be a comedy, right?
Is it?
I don't know. If you said to me, can you put that in a category?
No idea. Just hands up.
It's not a courtroom drama. I have no fucking idea. Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. No.
And
okay.
I gave it a shot. Here's the thing: is I'm not going to shit on something unless I give it a shot.
Yep.
I'm waiting for Rings of Power to end, and then I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay.
I hear bad things, but
yeah, I've heard a very mixed bag.
But again,
all I've seen out of it, really, is they have like Galadriel riding that horse, making a real insane face.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a fucking crazy picture I gotta show you.
I've seen.
She looks like a psychopath.
I've seen a clip of Elrond meeting Durin, and I believe her name is Disa, maybe.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I can't even tell you why I hate it. It just doesn't feel right.
He just, I don't know. I've seen, again, all I've seen is stills from the show, and he just kind of looks like he has a mullet. She's making this face. What's wrong with her?
Horse,
What are you talking? Oh.
Yeah.
Calling Galadriel a bit of a horse girl?
No, I don't. I mean, maybe. She's smiling.
We're going in that's a weird direction. Let's go back to the internet news. We're getting on a goddamn tangent.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what I have here.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Yeah.
I don't, but it's funny.
Okay.
Pastor who gave kids I Heart Hot Youth Pastors stickers placed on leave.
Just want to get in front of this right away. Catalyst Creations did not make those stickers.
But we could.
Yeah, if you're interested. I mean, on what planet? Right? Like, do you think it was one of these things? Like, he's just like, it's cool to...
Yep.
It just doesn't.
Go ahead, finish your thought.
It's cool to be a youth pastor. And, like, there's got to be, like, someone in there that's feeding him, right?
He looked in the mirror that day.
Yeah.
He was feeling confident.
That day, he ordered stickers, bro.
I'm talking about the day he ordered.
Oh, okay, all right.
He was feeling confident. He's like, I would consider myself hot.
Yeah.
I'm a handsome
Yeah, he just got a haircut and shit.
Right. He had just cleaned himself up. He was feeling
freshly
confident.
showered and powdered and everything.
He orders the stickers.
Yeah, he goes on Etsy, right? And it's like, it's the custom sticker set.
Right. I want to say maybe I'm being optimistic. I like to think he doesn't know what he's going to do with these at this point.
Yeah. He's just ordering them, right? And, like, the order comes into a guy like me.
Right.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, you know how I get with some of the shit.
Yeah.
It's just the artist in me is screaming, but the businessman in me just pushes
you gotta
it down.
sell 'em.
Yeah, pushes it under the water.
Shut up.
Yeah, stop screaming. Make the I Heart Youth Pastors. Like, the artist is like, don't do it.
So this guy gets him in. And I feel like they
a stack of them too, because you can't.
It's more than he.
Yeah,
it's
you
more
ordered
than
like 150, like thinking like, oh, that won't be that much. But then he gets a fucking fat stack of them.
He's like, oh my god, what do I do with
Right, I don't even know what to do with it. He put one in his water bottle.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah, one on the laptop.
Yeah, and then he's like, I need to get rid of these.
Yeah. Maybe they don't feel as right anymore. Or no, do they still look good? Is he still happy? He's still happy at this point. Yeah. He likes the design. He's like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And
he hands them to the children.
After though, right? Like,
yeah.
He's like, if everyone behaves.
If they behave, they can have a
special treat.
Oh no! I don't like that. Bad.
So when they pull him in, right?
Yeah.
They pull him in and they're just like, Ted.
Would you like to explain these?
Yeah, can you
walk us through this?
Not a good look, Ted.
No. That's not what you want.
Oh.
You don't want the fucking...
Not the greatest plan. Mm-hmm. Not the greatest plan to give that to children.
Right. No, I would say that's probably fucking...
What is it? I Heart Hot Youth Pastors?
Hot Youth Pastors.
Yeah. It's kind of full of himself, though.
Yeah, again, I think he was very confident that day. And, it just happened. I don't know. All right, so let's...
I Heart Hot Youth Pastors.
Yeah, I do as well.
Yeah.
You gotta love a hot youth pastor.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than having an Uggo.
Oh.
What else you got?
Yeah, okay. There's not too much that's truly in the ridiculous range. You hear about the whole Alex Jones getting forced to pay $1 billion in damages
for the
whole Sandy Hook defamation.
$1 billion?
Like, something in that ballpark, like over $900 million.
Does he have $900 million?
I have no idea.
Seems like
I would doubt it.
Here's the thing: is that just?
I'm gonna find out.
That seems like just a way to bury him.
Yes.
Which is I'm
right.
Like,
I'm all aboard.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know what though? If he has the serum that turns the frogs gay, he can sell that to the government and pay his debts.
That's his problem. Is the government's had it for years.
Oh, they already had it.
Right.
Oh, so he was like holding out, right? He's like, oh, I'm not going to give the serum that makes the frogs gay.
Oh my God, his net worth is somewhere between $135 million and $270 million.
I did not expect it to be that high.
He's broke for the rest of his life.
Oh yeah, he's just never going to have money again.
Good. Fuck him.
Unless, I mean, I suppose he could offshore everything, right?
I guess.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Would you really push that past him?
I wouldn't. No, not at all. But
a defamation lawsuit.
It is crazy, right?
Worth $1 billion.
You watched any of it?
I've seen a couple of like clips of his testimony, and like there was this one fucking thing where the lawyer goes. The headline was like, Alex Jones is sending CP to the Sandy Hook parents.
Of course he did, yeah.
Yeah. And he goes, did you sue these people? And he goes, yeah. He goes, how many likes were on that video? 20. And so he goes, technically, the lawyer says this, the prosecutor goes, technically, did your agents send CP to the Sandy Hook parents? And this fucking mouth breather just goes, yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he did. It's
no,
insane.
You don't say yes.
He's like, what's he gonna do? They know he did.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
It's just unbelievable.
It's really interesting to watch these types of people put under the fucking microscope, right?
Because I mean, this will be the second. I would equate it. It's a different vein, obviously, right?
Right.
But there are similarities to the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial in the fact that you have these people that are very outspoken, and you can't argue with them because they're just going to put the onus on you no matter what it is.
Right. Whatever they do, they can just make a tweet,
right?
Get affirmation from their follower base, and be like, well, I have 800,000 likes or some stupid amount agreeing with me, so I'm untouchable.
And a platform,
right?
And
exactly.
Steer public opinion in a sort of way. But to just see these people kind of get put up against the legal system,
right? Taken out of their element.
Not
now
that it's a great
examined.
system. Not that it's a great system, but just to see them, yes, getting the examination where it's like
the money doesn't matter here,
and they can't put their own spin on it.
Right? They can't. That's one of the funniest things from both of these trials. Is like, both Amber and Alex Jones, both just. They like to make little comments, like they'll answer a question yes or no, and like, this is ridiculous.
Preposterous.
And immediately it's like, strike that from the
record.
It's like, nope.
Yep, it's so funny, dude.
You don't get to have comments here.
And you can like see the gears turning in each of their minds, just like, I'm gonna, you know what I mean?
Like you just have to answer yes or no.
But they can't do it. They're not built like that.
No, they have to spin things, and they're not allowed. It's,
Oh, it's so good.
It's ridiculous. It's cartoonish. You can almost see smoke coming out of their ears because it's just
cartoonish.
It's grinding them so deeply.
Like, it'll be something incredibly in both trials. It'll just be like, were you here on the 12th of December? Well, he's lying about everything. Okay, he was sitting there doing piles of cocaine.
Can you please answer a question?
Yeah, okay, that's great. Were you there on the 12th?
Yeah.
I do not recall.
Like, can we bring up the picture of her being there on the 12th?
Yeah, you tweeted this on the 13th of December saying that, hey, I had a great time yesterday. Here. Did you tweet this? That looks like my tweet. Alex Jones, sir, did your agent send CP? Preposterous. But also yes.
Yes.
Fucking ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
It is
Strike that.
incredible.
Yeah, I love it.
It's incredible justice porn.
Oh, it is. It's a great thing. I mean, obviously, with the more recent Alex Jones thing, it's a lot more somber of a trial. For
sure. And, obviously, my heart goes out to all of the victims and their parents and everything. It's a terrible tragedy, and it's good to see that they're getting some justice.
Right. But people aren't allowed to just exploit the tragedy and do the kind of dumb, horrible shit that Alex Jones did.
And just to, I can't even imagine what's going through. Like, look, we're trying to build something, right?
Yep.
And it's hard. It's hard. Sure. It's hard to build a business. It really is.
The platform, yeah.
I would never do something like that to another person.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Like,
See, that's the thing is he started, I don't know how he got his start, but I imagine he had to build up his platform. But he did it in that way of just stepping on things. Nothing was sacred. Just making up random bullshit, and it got him to all the way to the top.
Yeah, so, and it's one of those things where it's like there's no substance to any of the shit that he's ever done. No,
he found out that people listened to him when he spouted crazy shit.
Right, so he just kept saying more and more insane shit, and I think your mind warps.
I was gonna say at a certain point it stopped being a character.
Not even just that. I don't think he thinks any of it. I think it's all a game to him. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's making the connection that these people lost family members.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like maybe early on he knew that he was saying some out there shit.
Yeah, but would you say it's kind of like, is it kind of the same as the way we view like Jeffrey Dahmer? Like those people lost family members.
Oh yeah, I mean like.
But we watched the movie.
I didn't, because the families didn't want that made.
You didn't watch it because of that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, obviously, oh, look at me. I'm still paying Netflix at the end of the day, and Netflix is still making getting a lot of views off of it. So
Right.
I don't know whether I hold any sort of moral high ground in any honest sense, but still, it's one of those things where it just feels a little distasteful to me.
Yeah, I was talking to Jim about this a little bit, and I think that an interesting element of that show is, as an audience member, if you're going to tune in, you're a bad guy in that instance. I'm not saying life's too complicated to make a...
Sure, to be a blanket, I guess.
But in that instance, the family says, hey, please don't make any more shows.
Right, they want to put the demon to bed.
And we keep resurrecting it.
People have a fascination with those things. They really do.
Oh, I know it's interesting. I'm just saying that, like, I think for him, for Alex Jones, it's a lot like that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. That's a big part of why... That's a big part of what actually got him famous, is it wasn't even necessarily people who believed in his viewpoints watching him. There's hate watching. People like to look at the monsters and all that. I mean, hell, to some extent, us even watching a trial, we're watching him, how he reacts to these things. It's a weird dynamic.
Yeah, it's very Frankenstein-esque, huh? Look at the monster.
Yeah, a little bit. I think he's just so out there. It's like looking at this...
Alien, almost.
That's a good way of putting it. I was trying to think how to phrase it, because he's not a standard person in that way,
Yeah, it is very odd. And I mean, listen, you know that I tend to cope with humor.
Yeah.
There's a lot of funny clips in that trial.
Oh, it's absurd. Yeah. It's the absurdist nature of it.
It is. It's just absurd that he was even allowed to get this far.
Right, but now he's fine. Exactly. It's taking this cartoonish person.
Yeah.
He's become a caricature of every sort of extreme political view.
We've let him become a cartoon character, and
then you place him in the most sober, grounded reality-based setting.
It's so funny, dude, because you literally put a cartoon character into the real world.
And
it's very Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
He's just trying to cope. He doesn't know how to handle it anymore.
He doesn't know how to deal with this. Like, even the judge is pulling him aside. Just being like...
But again, good. Fuck him.
No, fuck him. He's a piece of shit.
But, he's buried.
Dude, the judge pulling him aside and just being like, shut the fuck up. When...
so many words, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so good. A billion.
She says like 3 or 4 times in like the small amount that I've watched. Like, yeah, we don't need a comments.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Real quick hit you with one more headline I found. I really like this one.
All right, what do you got?
Let's see here. Let me pull it back up. Oklahoma inmate forced to listen to Baby Shark on a loop. Found dead. Look at a picture with it.
Oh no. It's he opened the box. It's Hellraiser. That's the real world equivalent. Is you just play Baby Shark on a loop. Yeah.
It's like
and
the
then
torture porn.
the Cenobites they come. They come and they have the sights to show you. do.
I like to think there's like a Cenobite. It's got like a xylophone type shit embedded in its chest. It's constantly playing the. I can't even do the tune.
No, there's one of each. There's like a baby shark. There's a mommy shark Cenobite.
Oh yeah, they're just making the beat to it.
Oh yeah, and they all show up.
Fucking.
You open the box. Speaking of Hellraiser,
who was forcing him to fucking listen to that on repeat?
Well, did you see Hellraiser 2 back in the day? Like,
oh yeah,
Chenard put that.
It's
just that. That's all it is.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, they put him on the bed, the mattress.
They find him like the no skin. I'm an owl. Send out.
Get them off me. Yeah. So we got to worry about that now. Leviathan's coming.
Yeah, the old Leviathan.
Speaking of Hellraiser, did you see the new Hellraiser reboot?
I did. I thought it was great.
What'd you think?
Mixed bag.
Really?
Obviously, it looks good as a film.
Oh, stunning.
It adds some new elements to the overarching lore, which has always been a bit of a mess, but whatever. I enjoy it.
I think the problem with the lore, though, is that anything after, like, I would say 4, anything after Hellraiser 4, you have to just throw out.
Yeah, it's just non-canon. Get it right out.
It's just them making movies to keep the property.
Right.
Like, they weren't even writing Hellraiser movies. They were like, oh, we have this detective movie. All right, throw Pinhead at the end of it. Like, we'll call it Hellraiser.
Hellworld.
Yeah, it's Hellworld. No, that's that. Hellworld's the Henry Cavill is in that.
No way.
Is that the internet one? The game one? Where they're playing it? Yeah, Henry Cavill's in that. Yep.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that in like...
Yeah, he's in that.
Well, I'm going to be watching that again.
You're going to be disappointed.
There's no way he's in it.
Yeah, he is. He's like the main character. Oh my god.
Ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah, so...
Yeah, Geralt and Superman took on Pinhead.
The fucking... the most recent one. Okay. The kills, a little disappointing in my opinion.
I would assume that's probably a budget thing.
That's weird. That's weird because they did a lot. I mean, they had a lot of effects.
Well, sort of. I mean, if you think about it, right? Generally, most of the budget, like when it's big budget shit, is going towards CGI.
Yep.
There was not a lot of CGI.
Sure.
It was the CGI that was there was fine.
Yep.
But I think that's, like a perfect marriage of practical effects with just subtle CGI. I've said that before.
Right, to neaten them up.
And if you're not spending the money on CGI, it's not like they had any big name actors or actresses in the...
That's true, yeah.
Okay, so the money's not going there.
So where's the money going?
I imagine the suits for the Cenobites weren't cheap.
I would be interested to see what the budget for the film was.
I bet it was small. I bet it was smaller than you think.
Not large, but I just wish we could have gotten a little bit more. I mean, the gore is a bit of the Hellraiser identity,
It is.
And I'm not saying we got nothing. There was certainly some gruesome sequences, but maybe it's rose-tinted glasses. I look back in my head and at the older Hellraiser, and I'm like, oh my god.
Well, I think part of it is that I would argue and say that Hellraiser 1, Hellraiser 2 are the best, right?
Yes.
Okay. Both of those have skinless humans in it.
Yeah, you skinned alive.
Right. So, I mean, did you get that in this one? You got like a brief, like Matt, the brother.
Yeah, very brief. And we got maybe that one chick who gets her skin ripped off on her back.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, though, right? With the pin through the throat and everything.
Yeah, that was
an interesting
part.
sort of way to go about it.
But, you know,
I don't know.
I could have used with a bit more.
So there are a couple things I didn't like. We're gonna get into spoiler territory now, real quick.
We already kind of.
I know, but
into it.
Who cares?
All right.
It's not. It's not the most deep fucking film ever. I thought it was weird that they showed up to the second victim. The lady who had like the lung cancer.
Oh,
they showed up and just basically killed her and left.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, they like marked her, and I was like, oh, well, she's going to download them with like a bit more information.
Right.
Like, that's it. She's done now.
Yeah.
No, you showed up just to let that lady get fucked.
I would have liked some sort of elaboration on the connection between this billionaire and the fake boyfriend character.
Yeah.
There's not a lot there. There's I paid him. You paid him to what? To grab a random person?
Yeah, open the box.
It was a weird one.
So I thought her getting hers, like, just randomly, like, it made me dislike the main characters a lot more. Because I was like, this fucking lady's dying, and you just show up and, like...
Right, hit her with some fucking, hey...
Yeah, I'm going to curse you real quick.
Let me condemn your soul to eternal torment.
All right, see ya. Not
Bye.
even sorry. Like, just see you later.
Oops.
Whoopsie. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of weird.
It was a weird one,
And then I don't think I liked the fact that the box could take Cenobites.
No?
No, that seems like a cop-out to me.
Maybe.
Like, what's to stop? Like, seriously? What a fucking loophole that is. Just go after all the Cenobites then.
Yeah. Yeah, she gets Chatterbox, is that what they call him?
Yeah, the Chatterer.
The Chatterer, that's it, yeah. Yeah, no, they get him back, though, I guess, in a manner of speaking
Sure.
at the end.
I don't know. I mean, that was a little weird. What'd you think of Pinhead?
Pinhead was fine. It's weird because there's nothing I can necessarily pinpoint as being wrong with Pinhead.
Okay.
What's the original actor's name?
Doug Bradley.
Doug Bradley, thank you. I would say he has more presence.
Yeah, it was definitely a bit more subdued in a way.
That's what it is. It was a little subdued, and it wasn't bad. There was still definitely a sinister energy to.
It was more
Pinhead.
snake-like.
Right, whereas there was almost a monolithic quality to
Doug Bradley's version.
Right, you knew that he was this unapproachable being.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think there is something.
There was, and that's my whole thing that keeps this movie from being really great in my eyes. Is there was, it was just like one of the spices was missing. There was some key ingredient in my head that was like not there.
See, but I liked the scenes with Pinhead.
Sure, I did too. Again, I'm not saying that I dislike this Pinhead. I think the actress did a great job.
It's just it is very different. It is very different than anything we've had before, I would say.
Right. It was a different interpretation.
But it still felt dangerous.
Oh, of course. I'd be interested to see whether or not is that the same character? Is that the same Pinhead? Is the original Pinhead destroyed or
so
because there was that weird last film. Did you
so
do you think that played into the casting of a new Pinhead?
No, I would argue that you throw everything out after 4, right?
Yes, we do, but do the film writers?
Well, I think if you want to get into the lore, right? Then Christie becomes Pinhead.
Okay.
So arguably, it could be the Christie version of Pinhead, because again, it's a demon, right?
Right.
So it doesn't matter who the host is.
What's a Cenobite? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. You got me.
Yeah. Big fan.
So, and then the only other thing I didn't like, I will say I loved the chest thing. The fucking
pulling
on the nerves and everything.
That was a fantastic element. That was the most Hellraiser element of the film for me.
Yeah, it was very Hellraiser-y.
Just the constant agony. It makes you think. It makes you kind of cringe.
Yeah.
Every time it starts going, you're like, oh, the absurd agony that must be.
How did you feel about the ending?
I liked it, I want to say. You know, that was the part that added a little touch, just a skosh to the overall lore of it that I liked, where they go through all the different configurations and
there's the 6 configurations, and you get a reward based on each configuration, right?
Right. And, you know, she chooses to take nothing in the end, and they're like, oh, so you're going to live with everything you've done, the hurt you caused. All right, you've chosen the lament configuration.
Right, like you get a gift.
There it is. Right. Yeah, everyone gets a gift.
Right.
And I was like, okay.
I don't think there's another choice, right?
Explain the naming scheme of it and everything like that. That was good.
I'd be curious to know what knowledge would do to you, because like the rest of them, are pretty. I mean, we saw sensation, right?
Right.
And we saw power, and we saw lament. Obviously, resurrection is just, you know, he would have been skinless, and she would have had
brought
to feed.
Back some horrible thing.
Right, skinless, and like how Frank was.
Okay, so
the only one we didn't really see was knowledge.
I imagine knowledge can be pretty straightforward. Think about, you know, the highest IQ people are generally sad.
I don't know. I think it would be worse than that.
No, but I'm saying, right, you get some sort of terrible, unknowable, inhuman knowledge.
Yeah. Just
something that would ruin your mind.
Yeah, you're
very Eldritch horror, which is of the Hellraiser universe.
Leviathan, right?
Exactly.
I did like sort of the, you know, the lights.
Oh, I liked that whole ending sequence. You know, showing that they were no longer in the human world. You know, for that whole last bit.
Yeah.
It shows the maze, the Leviathan, all of it. That was great. That was fantastic.
Awesome. Amazing. And just, you know, seeing the Cenobite being created, watching the skin peel, showing us the lights. Fantastic.
Yep.
I would say third best Hellraiser film. I would say 1 and 2 are better, but I don't think that they're, you know, just my opinion.
I could see that. I like Hellraiser 3 quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Like CD head and shit?
Yeah, I know. It's a weird one.
And the twins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The, like, sleazy club owner and all that.
Pinhead's in a fucking statue.
Well, think about it. That one also does a lot to expand on
the lore.
The overarching lore. And I like that when they're slowly bringing together the narrative of what
So did you like 4?
Are. I don't remember a lot about 4.
4 was Bloodline, so that was when they were in space.
Oh, God.
And then they went to the past.
Oh, God, Bloodlines. Yeah, that
expanded on the lore.
It did, but it's still not, I don't know. Not in the same way.
No.
I like the explanation of what the original Pinhead was as a human. They was a British Army officer.
Yeah.
Thought that was cool. It was interesting. It added some depth to the character.
It does add a lot to it. And I think...
Not like the one in space. Look, when you've gone to space in a horror movie...
Anytime they go to space, unless it's Event Horizon.
Right, unless it started in space, Alien or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't bring your slasher or whatever to space.
So, I think one of the reasons why I liked Hellraiser so much, though, is the director actually directed another horror flick that we both like, Ritual.
Yeah,
Ritual.
That was a great one. I like that one a lot.
Fantastic folk horror.
Very atmospheric throughout. Very good.
And just what a. I mean, if you haven't seen that one, I won't spoil, because Hellraiser to me is just, you know, that's like a popcorn.
You know
flick.
what to expect.
Yeah, it's junk food, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Ritual's junk food. I think it's decent atmospheric horror.
It's got a lot going on with it.
I don't know. The folk horror for me,
I think it hits a lot of good notes.
You know what it is? It's just there's something... I mean, a lot of it is based on, like, myths and stuff, right?
Right. Things that people truly believed in or still believe in to this day.
Right. So it just adds, like, a little extra...
there's a layer to it, right? And a lot of that, I think, the atmosphere and the dread and everything comes from slowly unraveling, like the tales around it and what's true and what's not in each specific one. And
which is interesting because for me, generally with horror,
right,
the more you know, the less scary it is.
Right.
But that folk horror kind of subverts that in a way.
Where you almost start knowing nothing, but as you learn more, it becomes more horrific.
Right,
you
it's more horrible as you go.
Realize that the evil, or I agree with you. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot of good films in that genre. Actually, just the other week we were talking about that film Moloch, and that very much fits into that same category.
I don't think it's on the same level as a lot of it.
No,
but it was good. And again, like I said, the ending really sold me on the film as a whole.
It brings it together. And
so, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Folk horror is...
Yeah, it's a great genre. There's a lot of films in there. Like you said, The Ritual. I mean, that's such a weirdly dense movie in a way.
There's a lot.
You have to examine it to really kind of...
Right, you're talking about grief, PTSD, guilt. I mean...
And the pace that it's set at is really nice, too. It starts out, you obviously, like you said, there's the PTSD that's rampant in the group with the things that have happened. Again, I won't go into it. But you know when they cross the threshold...
Right, and then things start to really
and the
amp.
movie turns on. It's just... again, without going into spoilers, it's hard. It's hard to describe the mounting dread of it.
I know it's fantastic. So I would recommend. I'd recommend that one to anybody that's into horror. What do you think of like the original Wicker Man? Have you seen that?
I actually haven't seen the original. No.
So the original is arguably fantastic horror.
Really?
Yeah, it takes itself very seriously. Like it's not Nick Cage in a bear suit punching people in the face. Yeah, no.
No, yeah.
It's good. It's good. I mean, it's got Midsommar vibes to it and everything.
That's another one. Midsommar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Midsommar. There was another one
I don't know. Midsommar, I think, is more... Midsommar's interesting because the beginning throws you so off. At least for me. It almost like shell-shocked me at the beginning.
I think that's the goal of it. You know?
Yeah.
It's off-putting, and there's a lot of horror that does that. What's the movie Sinister that starts with the family hanging?
Oh yeah.
A lot of it wants to immediately hit you with what you're dealing with is serious, or like there's this like darkness that lives inside of it, right?
Sure.
You know what's we were talking about another one too. What was it, Apostle?
Oh, great film. Great film.
Same sort
what
of
an
film.
Atmosphere.
And that's what I love about the whole genre. Like that atmosphere is at least to some extent shared throughout them.
Yeah, I would agree
with
you
on that. There's like a baseline of it.
There are very few, like especially now, because I watch a lot of horror flicks. I mean, it's that's pretty much my bag at this point. I love them.
Yeah,
love
it's
horror.
been my thing for a long time.
And there are very few. Like I would say, Saint Maud is pretty good. I don't know if you've seen that one. That's not really a folk horror, but it is a slow burn. It's it's religious tones to it.
Sure.
But there's a lot of it just kind of feels campy now. It's very hard to kind of...
It is, yeah. I know you haven't seen it, but Smile.
I hear good things about Smile.
I went in, with reservations.
Yeah.
And pretty good, honestly. In a lot of ways. Oof.
Yeah, right?
Well, my bad.
What, are you going to start, like, smiling?
Yeah,
Kill
it's
yourself?
the old fucking Taco Bell.
No. Oh, Taco Bell. Do you like Taco Bell? Do you like borderline?
What's their tagline?
I don't know. Think outside the bun is what it used to be.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Mexican pizza is back. There you go. That's your free advertising.
You can sponsor us too.
They're gonna take it down.
Get yourself a Baja Blast.
Still waiting on you, Shudder.
Yeah, so, okay, where was I going? Smile, okay.
Yeah.
They have a lot of elements that I'd almost say are folk horror-esque. And it's almost done the same way that The Ring was, you know? Where as the main character learns more about what's going on, you kind of get that sense of, oh, shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's no stopping this. There's no getting around it.
It shares a vein with, like, Eldritch horror.
It does.
The more you learn, the more horrible it is, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
There is, like, it's something that's outside of mortal comprehension.
Right.
There's something that you can't stop, you can't deal with, you can't even understand it.
Right.
And I love that kind of horror.
Yeah, so do I, because I think a lot of times you'll just get the monster at the end, right?
Right.
And that feels flat.
There's nothing, I have nothing against our Friday the 13th and,
No, I mean, they
our
paved the way.
Halloweens. They're fun. In a lot of cases.
Popcorn flicks.
In a lot of cases, they're more entertaining movies. The Friday the 13th movies are some of my favorite movies of all time.
Like, I would say Hellraiser wasn't scary.
No,
it was
not.
entertaining.
Right.
But I wasn't going into it being like, this is going to make me scared. No.
But yes, the movies that we've been talking about, Ritual, Moloch, Smile, they're scary. Smile is scarier than it had any fucking right to be.
Good to know. I don't love that they didn't do a digital release at the same time. I think that's a weird choice for a horror movie now.
Go to the theater, you fucking freak.
No.
Go outside.
I was outside today.
I don't believe you.
Last time I went outside, I was accused of murder and being Jesus Christ. So, I got a mixed bag with that shit.
It's a lot.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, same fucking day that happened.
That's
so
heavy.
Excuse me.
It's a heavy one.
Yeah, it's like you're a killer or a savior.
Or the savior of man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, go outside.
Oh.
Yeah, excuse me.
All right.
Yeah, I think we'll put this one to bed. It's a good it's leading into Halloween.
Yeah.
So you guys, got a boatload of movies to watch. I'll say this, watch The Witch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Watch more horror movies. It's fucking October. What are you people doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Try out Shudder. 7-day free trial.
It's good. I don't have a code.
I don't. No, we don't. We could, though. Shudder.
Come on now.
Come on. We like you. We want you.
Let me know what you guys think. Does Alex Jones need to pay more than $1 billion? Or is that a fair amount? Do you have sites to show me? And leave it in the comments. Like, what folk horror movies do you like? Because I cannot get enough of that.
Is there
shit.
any that we don't know about or we might not have heard about? Let us know.
I want to know. But Paul, as always, thanks for taking the time.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got going on?
I just don't post anything right now. I'm not gonna lie to the people. I'm in a creative slump.
Hey,
so
it
is what it is.
Yeah,
yes.
I know. The creative
Find me at
blocks.
Partially Proficient. Maybe at some point I'll pull myself out of it and we'll get back to it.
We're gonna have to help Paul with that.
Yeah.
You guys know where we're at. Catalyst Crafting is the main website. Got the Etsy store, count up on 600 sales. Posting a lot these days. I'm stealing all the creativity, is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
And again, appreciate you guys tuning in and let me know about the horror. All right, crew. I'll catch you on the next one.